All right, all right, all right. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, everyone. How are we doing today on this fine Woden's Day afternoon or morning, I guess, for my peeps in the US overseas. Ah, I am good. I am doing well. Just sharing the live link around. Let's see. Had a good night yesterday. Had a good training yesterday. Even though it was a weird freaking training, because I guess my teacher, my sensei, our sensei, he is still in the UK with family, so we just had 6 people, with myself included, just showing up and doing some free grappling, doing some drilling. It was fun. I'm not as sore as I usually am, but all in all, it was pretty good. Just I hope he's gonna be there on Thursday, and otherwise, I'm just gonna go on Thursday because I do believe there are like at least one or two other people who are joining as well. Hi, Tim, and there's Timmy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you tell him. Okay. He's got stories to tell you wouldn't believe. And that, well, he is usually sleeping or just being lazy or just being a cat. Hey, Tim. Oh, cool. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Awesome. I will reply to that in a moment. As you all know, I have sent out morning cat streams. Yeah. Yeah. Like I really can't do a podcast or a stream without Timmy being part of it. He really has to. I don't know why. It's like, he's taking over my streams. I mean, it's fine, it's Timmy, it's my familiar, but okay. But as you all know, I have been emailing several people about coming on as a guest on the podcast, a feline co-host. Yeah, something like that. But for the podcast, I have already sent out several invitations, got answer from 3 of them already. Let's see. Unfortunately, Carolyn, what's her name again? Carolyn Emmerich. She doesn't want to come on just yet because of all the shit that has apparently happened quite recently. She's just now poking her head out again, just now doing streams. And so maybe by the summer she feels confident enough to to do podcasts again, come on as guest. I'm not sure what exactly happened in her past, but from what I have understood, it's a whole lot of stupid shit with the alt-right community. Sometimes they have a tendency of going a little too far, just a little too far, and start doxing people and basically start doing everything they accuse the ultra left of doing. So that's quite ironic. But I get that. I get that she's being careful. I get that she is kind of nervous still about putting herself out there again, which is fine. I get that. In the meantime, I do have one set up already with Miguel, the God above God, from Aeon Bytes Gnostic Radio. I have managed to snag him to get him on the podcast. We will be doing our show on the 18th of January, 2 days before my birthday, so I guess it's kind of a birthday gift for me as well, to that I can do a great live stream with a great guest. We will be talking everything Gnosticism, because I have heard about it. I have learned a few things, but I am still very curious as to what it all means, as to what it all entails. I have been watching a couple of his streams, of his podcasts, just to see what he does, get an idea about what he does. I mean, I know what he does, but to see how he does his podcasts, and maybe snag some guests. Any plans to have Thomas back on? Yeah, I would absolutely love to have him back on. I don't know when yet. It's probably gonna be. I mean, we did our last one on the solstice, the winter solstice. So I think it'd be awesome if I could have him back on the summer solstice, which is going to be the 21st of March. It's on a Tuesday. Tuesday is a good day for a podcast. I mean, with Thomas, like any day is a good day for a podcast. Of Black Earth Productions. Can't say I'm familiar, but you know what? I'll grab a notepad, by which I mean I will enter or open the notepad app on my laptop. So I keep getting Tuesday. Yes. Okay, so Boza of Black Earth Productions. Awesome. Okay, that is noted down. Let's see, who else have I got on? Oh yeah, I've gotten a email back from John from Krakenford. That is going to be on the 26th. It's on a Thursday. Don't know the time yet. I think I'm gonna schedule him in for 5 p.m. so that I can go to training afterwards. First a great podcast, then training. Just need to reply real quick. The 26th at 5 would work for me. Let's see. A video chat streamed live, of course, because I always love the interactions I get, especially when I have some awesome guests on. And just I usually started doing my podcasts over Zoom. I actually did my first podcast with Raven Wolfgar. I did it over Telegram, but the video quality was so abominable, and I knew too little of editing to get it fixed and all of that. So I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna do something else. So I started doing podcasts over Zoom, which worked. It worked, but just keeping up with the comments was live, because I could live stream over Zoom, but I have to have YouTube open to check the comments. And somehow StreamYard didn't work for me back then. I had issues with StreamYard, but now that I am using StreamYard, I absolutely love it. Absolutely love working with StreamYard. So, sorry, just need to reply real quick to John at Krakenford. I know, deader. I know, it's bad. You know what? I'll do that in a bit. Also, podcasting wise, I am. Yeah. I'm gonna do one with NY Patriots again. I'm already planning on doing something with Josh, Child of Ash. Excuse me. I was planning on doing that Friday, but then I later realized, no, wait, can't do Friday because I am on with Brigantia Blackbird on Friday, so that's not going to work. And of course, on Saturday, we have the meat hall, so I'm gonna have to pick a date for that. But yeah, I'm gonna be on with on my channel, on my podcast, with NY Patriots, with his co-hosts from the Spiritual Gangsters. Kind of forgot her name. I keep forgetting names. It's so bad. Oh well. Anyway, so I'm getting the spiritual gangsters on, if you will, because it's NY Patriot and a co-host. Because now with the recent passing of the Pope, I wanted to do a podcast, a stream dedicated to that, because I believe there are so many differences between between late Pope Benedict and the current Pope Francis, I believe. I don't know where exactly I saw that again, but I have read something about Pope Benedict saying that Pope Francis, or the current Pope at least, uh, I'm sorry, I don't get the joke. I'm really sorry. But that Pope Francis is more of a Pope of science, or at least that he isn't Catholic, that he isn't um, like that he isn't necessarily religious. And I have done a little searching, a little background search on Pope Benedict. I mean, all popes are questionable, of course. Like the whole Vatican is very much questionable, very sus. But Pope Benedict was a true believer. He was a true theologian, a true man of the church, a true clergyman, and just okay. There's my kitty co-host again. And I don't know about Pope Francis. Timmy, move that ass. Yeah, niet doen. Pope Francis. His name is Francis, right? Yeah. Wait, is he the first Francis? Because I don't see any. Okay. Oh. He is a Jesuit. He is the first Pope to be a member of the Society of Jesus. Well, the first open, maybe. If he truly is the first, that is questionable. But yeah, he's definitely a Jesuit. Ugh. Anyway, I'm trying to find something. Nah, can't find much. Oh, Pope's, dude. I shared that meme in my family's WhatsApp group. Let's see, Pope Benedict totally looks like. I mean, that's not. No. There has to be a better template. Yeah, this one. Like, come on. This shit is not creepy at all. Let me just share my screen real quick. Yeah. See, like, and there was some shit before that already, that he wanted or would let married men be part of the church, of the clergy. Like, here, just come on. Like, if they're not the same, then they're totally twins. It's not sus whatsoever. Or the classic looking like a frilled lizard. Dude, just look at those eyes. I mean, yeah, he's an old man, but tell me that guy ain't the devil. But yeah, that's what I was. Oh god, he truly is a Star Wars villain. Yeah. Oh man. No, but Pope Francis is very much I guess you could say, woke Pope, if you will. Um, I don't like. Yeah, we all know that religion, the church, the Catholic Church and politics, that they always mixed and mingled and all of that. But they've always held on to their beliefs. He's a moderate and a reformer, yeah, and like not a reformer in a right in the right way, and I mean, meeting up with all the wrong people. I believe, like, at one point, didn't they even meet up with like high placed Islam guy, and like making in an effort to make Christianity and Islam like one religion and all of that. I mean, like, they are the same religion already. In the Quran, Jesus is mentioned, and they are both Abrahamic faiths. They're both from the Middle East, both from the same time period, same place, and all. If anything, Islam is just another offshoot of Judaism. But yeah, I thought that was like very interesting with Pope Benedict, even if he he may be I still have to do some digging. I have to look up some stuff, because I mean, I know Pope Benedict like isn't the cleanest. I remember him being a part of the Hitler Jugend, the Hitler Youth, during the World War, and even before he was elected, or like right after he was elected or chosen, I guess I should say. There was a lot of controversy surrounding it. How can you be a holy man? How can you be the leader of, geez, what is it, like 4 billion believers? How can you be the leader of the Catholic Church and be part, or have been part of the Hitler Jugend? There was a lot of controversy surrounding that, but I still need to dig a little deeper into that. And the reason why I asked NY Patriot and his co-host, whose name I just remembered but now escapes me again, Teresa, that's it. Yeah. Teresa is a Catholic, but very, very much aware, very much awake, if you will. So I thought it'd be just a great combination of people, with Joshua being such a good and thorough researcher, NY Patriot being a occultist, former member of the OTO, Teresa being a Catholic, and me just being all round interested and having all the connections. I thought that would make for a great show, because I really want to look at the difference between the two. What made Pope Benedict such a beloved pope, such a good clergyman, and maybe even, because that was another thing I have read, like just on Wikipedia real quick last night before I went to bed. He was the first pope since, like, I don't know the other's name, but he was the first pope in, I believe somewhere around 750 to 800 years to actually resign. Because usually you stop being the Pope when you stop being alive. Just very simply put. But he actually resigned. I believe it was for health reasons that he resigned. I mean, I get it. He was an old man. I mean, all the popes are old. Like, I don't know. Somehow you have to be old to be a pope. He lived to be 95. That's respect. That's it's respectable. That's a respectable age. My late grandmother, she didn't make 95, but so I get it. Old age. It's still, health issues come with that. Once you get older, we all know that. I mean, geez, I'm turning 31 in 16 days, and I'm already noticing that I'm not nearly as fit or not nearly as flexible, if you will, from when I was 21. Like, I can't imagine if you're in your 70s, 80s, or 90s. So I'm planning on doing that. I still want to do a podcast with NY Patriot. Well, preferably with the occult rejects or former occult rejects. They have a bit of a falling out, unfortunately, which is a shame. I guess I could ask NY about that. Maybe not have him come on as the occult rejects, but just as NY Patriot and Lux, because I do want both their opinions on that. I do want both their sayings on that, because I saw something absolutely ridiculous. I got that from a unfortunately former moderator, former admin of the tribe of the Greyhorn Pagans, that apparently, and I never knew this was a thing, you can buy soul contracts and like sell your soul and buy demon contracts, devil contracts on Etsy. Yes, the place where bored housewives sell their homemade stuff, and everybody can be a merchant and everybody can be something. You can buy and sell soul contracts and demon contracts and spells and all of that stuff. That sounds just absolutely ridiculous, first and foremost. But what I wanted the occult rejects, or maybe just NY now, to come on for, is to because I do have a question. Like, I know it's all bullshit and just one big money scheme and all of that, but how dangerous is that actually? Even if you're just faking it, I imagine there being still some risks. If you're ignorant AF and you're just like, oh, I want to be a millionaire and I don't want to work for it, I just want the money, and somehow you stumble on a sell your soul for riches and fame and whatever. kind of contract on Etsy. And I mean, of course, we've all heard, the celebrities and all talking about, oh, I sold my soul for this, and I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. Not just yet. That will come with the contract. But I was just wondering, like, how dangerous would that be for your average normie? No, I know it's not. I know it's all bullshit, but I don't know. Some part of me still wonders, like, if you're actually taking it serious, would there be any consequences to it? If you believe, yeah. I mean, yeah, if you believe in the soul, well, that's just it. A lot of normies, if you will, or people who just came on the spiritual path, they will believe that. They will try and do that, even if it's just because some celebrity says, oh, I sold my soul and like now I'm rich and famous. Like, so many people, and I guess deep down, maybe all of us, we want to be rich and famous. I mean, I guess the truly spiritual people don't really care about all those earthly matters, if you will. But still, someone who just came on the spiritual path and doesn't know what they're doing and does indeed believe the soul to be transmissible. I worry for those people, and I guess I could make that another goal for that podcast, to just tell people, like, hey, this may be bullshit. It totally is bullshit, but that doesn't mean that you can just buy it, do it, break it, mail it, send it, mail, upgrade it. Because if you put enough energy into something, it's the the cheesy line, you can achieve anything if you put your mind to it. If you believe something hard enough, you will make it come true, or you will put that energy out there in the universe, in however you want to call it, and it will listen to you, and it will send you on a path that could eventually lead to that outcome. Oh, so much, and that's why I really prefer paganism over Christianity. I mean, I get it. When talking to Lodewijk, my gym buddy, if you will, and sparring partner in the dojo. Hail Burdock, what up, bro? I get it. It's in his mind, God and Jesus and whatever. It's a one-stop shop to paradise. You don't have to reincarnate. You don't have to like really work for it. Just give your life to God, give your life to Jesus, and if you die, you go to heaven. And I'm just, I keep telling him, like, dude, nah, that's too easy. That's too easy, Can't be that easy. No, but that's the thing, it actually is. Nah. I mean, he's a good kid. Well, yeah, kid. He's 23. He basically is a kid. But he has a lot to learn. He is on the right spiritual path. He is on the right path. You know, he does believe in Europe. He does believe in furry Odin Jesus. What? Oh yeah, that's the new guy in the tribe. I'm talking about another kid, another youngin. But like, he is on the right path, and I do think eventually he will get there. You know, he will achieve what he is looking for. He will achieve one Europe again. I mean, we're kind of divided now, but we're getting closer again. You know, Europe is reuniting, reconnecting again. Europa Invicta, Europe undefeated. Because we are still undefeated. Europeans, European pagans, Europeans in general, Europe. Oh. Oh god, no, that's gonna be stuck for the rest of the day in my head. It's the final countdown. Oh god. Thanks, Joseph. No, but I mean Europe or Europa in the more spiritual sense. But you know, haha, good joke. It's a continent. I know, I live there. Oh, that was what you're, dude. I'm just gonna fucking ban your ass. How about that? Nah, just kidding. No, but what was I on about? A lot of things. Anyway, he'll get there. And oh yeah, podcasting wise, I still need to finish the email to John from Krakenfort, and then I have locked him in for the 26th at 5. That is 5 p.m. his time, which would be 6 p.m. my time, since he is, well, British, English, well, based in the UK. Okay, so that's gonna be a good one. Very much looking forward to that. Gonna talk a little about the European, Indo-European religion, Indo-European people. I have been doing some digging in that myself, you know, following a lot of content creators, listening to what they had to say, reading what they all post, and, you know, kind of thinking about it myself and all the alternative theories about, you know, like the east to west, north to south kind of migration. And I very much would like John from Krakenfort to enlighten me more about that, enlighten my audience about that. You know, we all know about the European gods, especially the northern European gods. You know, that is kind of our forte in the tribe of the Greyhorn Pagans, of course. But I'm very much interested into, you know, where it all comes from. I've been watching his videos. I've been watching a couple of his videos, the ones that I thought would be really interesting, and I think he can definitely enlighten us. You know, he knows what he is talking about, and you know, he has good info. He is a good creator. So very much looking forward to that. I have just sent so many emails. Let's see. I am still waiting on an answer for the Wolfgang twins. I mean, it's only been 2 days, so that's fine. I have also sent a email to Metatron, a YouTube content creator who does a lot of historical content. He is Italian, now living in the U.S. with his wife. Still a very young marriage, if you will. They just got married a couple months ago, I believe. And I would like to talk to him about, Southern Europe, the history of Southern Europe, of the Mediterranean, of the, the old Romans and the Roman religions. I mean, I've always been interested in the Romans and the Roman pantheon, the Roman gods. It's, I don't know, like my number 2 after the Germanic gods, after the Norse gods. So send an email to him, hope that he will respond. I, of course, sent a email. That's what I closed off the stream yesterday with, that, to Tom McDonald. I would love to have him on. The Romans were jerks. Yeah, they were. But they were still a great people. Like so many things we have today, we still have today. We have the Romans to thank for. So yeah, they were jerks, and they were, fucking brutal conquerors. And so I'm not gonna lie, not gonna say that they were, they were so great. Just great people. But we have a lot to thank to them. Even if it's just, I don't know, things like underground sewers. Just, things like that. They build roads that are still intact today. Thousands of years later, they built their roads so well, so strong, so sturdy, that even after thousands of years, with time and weather, they're still intact. Were you raised by wolves? Romulus and Remus. Love that story. I do have, I know I'm not using it. Let's see if it's even still. I know I'm not using the blog. We have a blog. Unavailable. What? Okay. Why? I'm not going to turn off my VPN. Anyway, we have a blog spot. I have written some origin stories on there. Yeah, of course. That's of course they were 2 different things. Just like the Dutch and the Dutch government, or the Americans and the American government, or just any people of the nation and their so-called rulers, quote unquote. They are 2 entirely different people. Sometimes you could even say 2 entirely different species. It's like, come on, The politicians, they're not human. They can't be. No human would make decisions like that. When did the Romans change? Oh. Okay. That is a good question. I don't know. Like I said, I know too little about Roman history and the Holy Roman Empire. So if any of you know someone who is well versed in Roman history and the Holy Roman Empire and all, please let me know. I would love to learn more about it. I would love to have someone on to tell the audience all about that. You know, I think that could make for a interesting stream, an interesting podcast. You know, a Northern European talking with a Southern European. I mean, there has always been, how do I put that? There has always been efforts made to revive the Holy Roman Empire. You know, just look at, maybe I can, I'll look it up real quick, see if I can find it. Map Holy Roman Empire. Double-headed eagle. Yeah, man. Being Germany and Italy. Nah, that was bigger. That was bigger. It was a huge part of Europe. Okay. Would this be the best? Yeah, but that's 1100s. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking up the Holy Roman Empire, like a true map of the Holy Roman Empire. I really can't find one I am looking for. Okay, maps, Holy Roman Empire, plural, perhaps, maybe. Damn it. Okay, well, guess. No. The building of the papal residence. The Carthage, Carthagena. Carthage. Something like that. Yeah, the Holy Roman Empire was vast. It was truly vast. You know what, let's go back to just map Holy Roman Empire. Map of the Holy Roman Empire at its peak. There we go. Well, that's the Roman Empire, not necessarily the Holy Roman Empire. Kom op. Echt. Dit is zo vervelend. I'm just gonna try and... It won't let me save things. Okay, maybe this one. No, what? My internet is having issues with wanting to save things. Come on. There we go. Okay, let me save that one. I know I keep bringing that guy up, but I am just trying to make a point. Would that be... It's from Britannica, so I guess you could... Areas. Yeah. Okay. Sure, I guess. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Let's see. Ja, is goed. So I am. Okay, this is not. I'm sorry, guys. I want to make a point, but it's so hard. This is why I need a producer to do these things for me. Maps or map Holy Roman Empire at its peak. Yes, there we go. Okay. Nee, dat was niet de juiste. Was this? Yeah, that's the one I'm using. Okay, just zoom in a bit. Okay, yeah, got it. So the Holy Roman Empire, everyone has been trying to. So this was the greatest extent of the Roman Empire, not necessarily the Holy Roman Empire, but at least the Roman Empire, going from the down the Rhine River, just all the way. Like they're very smart, using rivers as natural borders. So just most of Southern Europe, Asia Minor, over North Africa, and this is a map of the Third Reich, which is a little more but I mean, a lot of the same territories, a lot of the same areas. So you can see where he got his idea from. And that's why I say that there have always been attempts to either reunite or recreate the Roman Empire. Like the Holy Roman Empire really wasn't that big. I mean, it was still a good territory. There's still it still covered a lot of ground, still covered a lot of land. Let's see, this is the Holy Roman Empire, and around 1,000. No, I had a better example. Yeah, sure, this works. Okay, so the difference between the Roman Empire and the Holy Roman Empire, this is why I say that there is quite a significant difference. So again, this is the Roman Empire, conquered by all the Caesars. This is the Holy Roman Empire. Yes, it goes a lot further north, but it really isn't as big. You had, like, of course, Venice being its own republic, then the Papal States. But just, the majority of Germany, Germania, Austria, Switzerland, it's very much different. There are two different empires, although I do believe that the Holy Roman Empire was more successful than the actual Roman Empire, because the Holy Roman Empire went on for 1,000 years. Yeah, close to 1,000 years. You could even say the 1,000-year reign of Christ. It's a topic for another time. Maybe I'll go a bit into that on one of my own podcasts, because I do think that's interesting. You know, talking about the 1,000-year reign of Christ, and then all the empires who have reigned for close to 1,000 years, and they were all religious, spiritual empires, if you will. So I think that's a interesting topic. I believe I've spoken a bit about that on my third eye with ghosts when talking about Tartaria. Because, you know, the timeline and the timeline deception and all, it is a topic that comes up when researching Tartaria. You know, they added 1,000 years. Yeah, I'm not gonna look up any examples just now. Maybe I'll do a dedicated stream to that, talking about, you know, 1,000-year reign of Christ on a pagan channel. I know. Ooh. Talking about Tartaria, talking about the supposed timeline deception. But like what I'll give you an example. Like, we all know, or we've all seen the plaques on buildings, you know, erected in, I don't know, let's name something, 1876. Like, it's always the 1800s, you know, late 1800s somehow. But like, if you look closely at some of those plaques, some of those placates, you'll see that the one in 1876, like, it's not a one either. It's a I or a J, which supposedly, according to the timeline deception theory, let's call it a theory. It's not really proven yet, or like, maybe it never will be proven. I mean, they are messing with the timelines. We know that much. But supposedly the I or J would stand for Jesus or Iesu. So, like, not 1876, but I 876 or J 876, meaning 876 years after Jesus or after Iesu. Like, right here in my hometown, we have plaques like that, or like with 1871 or whatever, and then like the one from 18 and the one at the end, like both being J's or being I's, and like they want us to believe that, you know, it's a one, but it's really not. There are old British, old English, old British land markers, road markers with like both text and numerals, and the I in the text in the name is the same as the supposed one in the date or the year or the number of kilometers you're still away from some point, but somehow it's supposed to be either a one or an I, even though they look very much the same, or J even. I'll do some more research on that, do some deeper research on that, get some pictures together, and actually do a dedicated stream to that, because Tartaria is one of my favorite rabbit holes to dive into. And, you know, if someone knows what a I or a J looks like, it's me. Okay? Like, it's literally in my name. Even just the Y, you could break down in just a I or a J, or I and a J, I should say. So don't go and try me don't try and tell me that, oh yeah, no, I is just one. Like, yeah, going back to the Romans, it was. Yeah, which makes me think that maybe it is even older than we are told, like maybe going back all the way to the Roman days. I'm going I'm going down some rabbit holes. I know the title of the video is Hammers Home, but not. I mean, I'm hammering, but not getting home yet. Um, but yeah, I'll definitely do a dedicated stream to Babylons. I've heard that title before. I've seen it before somewhere. Um, I'll I'll note it down. To Babylon's book. Oh, I don't remember where I have seen that before, but I have seen it. I have seen it a couple of times. But yeah, like about the Roman stuff. Again, if any of you who are listening now, or maybe listening to this later, if you know someone who is very well versed in Southern European history or Roman history, Roman religion, Roman mythology, just anything Southern European, either let them contact me through our tribal email, which is greyhornpagans@proton.me, or just let me know, and I will look up the information myself and contact them myself, because it is very interesting. And I know our focus is a lot on Northern Europe. I mean, it is where I live. It's where I come from. It's where my family comes from. It's where my whole freaking bloodline, for as far as I know, at least from my father's side, comes from. I don't know about my mother's side though. I should do some research on that. But I would love to. I'm always looking to diversify. That's why I'm having Miguel on to talk about Gnosticism. That's why I have John from Krakenford on to talk about more Indo-European, like the Indo-European religions, Indo-European, Indo-Aryan, if you will. It's not just because that makes for a good show, because that makes for a good podcast. It's stuff that I'm interested in as well. And it is stuff, there are topics that I know our audience is interested in, and not just the tribe, but everyone who does listen, who does watch our podcasts. So that's why I'm always looking to diversify. And I think starting the year with Gnosticism and Indo-European, hey, that's a good way to start. Actually, I guess I will truly start the year with on a specific topic, with Brigantia Blackbirds coming Friday. She has her own group as well, Blackbird's Brew, the Brew Crew, as I like to call them. They're a good bunch. They really are a good bunch. Both myself and Firefay are part of it. So we're just talking about, or going to talk about, I should say, the trials and tribulations of being the leader of a group, being the leader of a tribe, how to get it together, how to keep it together, how to expand, how to connect with other tribes, other groups, and how to learn from the mistakes that we have made in the past and the mistakes we have seen other groups make. Oh, you're most welcome. You're most welcome. And the successes, of course. It's not just the mistakes, it's the successes too. You know, how did one group succeed, how did one tribe succeed, and how can we translate that to our own success? That's important too. Yeah, no, of course we're talking about all the good bits. It's just sadly I've seen more mistakes than successes, or I've seen a lot of success and then followed up by a lot of mistakes. But we'll get deeper into that on Friday. I have talked about that on my podcast, my stream, multiple times as well. But it's something that I feel should be discussed. It should be. It's something that can be repeated. It's something that should be repeated, because it is hard to be the leader of a group. It is hard to be the leader of a tribe. It is hard to to even make it work online, if you will. Most groups, most tribes are very diverse in the way of where most people come from. Just in the tribe we have a lot of Americans, but we have Asians too, we have Europeans, we have all kinds of people. Philip that guy. Okay, I'll note it down. I want to talk more about Tartaria with other people on my podcast, my stream as well. So why do all those people always have to have those rather difficult names? I can just be a Jones or a Smith, or just something I can actually pronounce. The most active pagan tribe, yeah. Outside from the groups that are famous or infamous, such as TSC, AFA. But yeah. Oh, it's because he's Russian. Okay, yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's why I can pronounce it. Oh, just the Cyrillic alphabet, the Russian language. Yeah, it's a bitch. I guess you could say the Cyrillic alphabet is still kind of close to a rune alphabet. Maybe just talking shit now, talking out my ass, but I feel it's, well, I mean, not really, but still, kinda. I'm just interested in so many things. I go down so many rabbit holes. I get distracted very easily. But yeah, Tartaria, always looking for people to talk about that. I know a lot myself. I do research it a lot myself too. Southern Europe. Always down to talk about that. Just Europe in general. Hermeticism, esoterica, Gnosticism, just any mystic topics. Always down to talk about that. That's why I really want Georgina Rose back on again, and prepare a little better. I was struggling last time because it was very last minute. I just came from the gym and all, so but yeah, I'm always interested. So thank you all for the tips I've gotten so far for researchers, creators, books. I'm always looking to Awar and Wooden Nickels. What are they about? I don't recognize the names. I'll note them down, but I don't recognize the names. Oh, there is one individual that I would love to have on, another Englishman. What is his name again? He does a lot of I mean, you could say it's Tartaria related, but it's not. Just hidden history. Thomas something. No, Paul. What's it again? Paul Cook. They Count Dankula. Hell yeah, I want Count Dankula on. Occult history and realm researchers. Okay. Then I would definitely want to have them on. Thanks for the tip. Count Dankula is still someone I would love to have on. I think it can be so much fun. Martin Lietgen. Huh. But yeah, Paul Cook, he does a lot of boots on the ground stuff for hidden history. Styx Hexenhammer, I have tried to contact him. He's a hard man to reach, unfortunately. But Count Dankula is for sure on the list. Martin Lietgen, what's his deal? He sounds European, Dutch even. The Holy Grail of the Great Reset. Oh, okay. The Holy Grail of our flat Earth. Okay, he's a flat earther. That's, well, I'm not gonna judge. I mean, I'm kind of judging because he's a flat earther, but yeah, no. There are so many theories out there about what our Earth looks like. I will put him on the list because he does a lot of, from what I can see, at least he does hidden history and hidden knowledge and all of that. And yeah, I know it's risky having a flat earther on and all of that, but I want to keep an open mind. I want to keep this a open stream. Welshland, yeah. Just a lot of good researchers coming out of the UK as well. Like, I want more people from the UK on. I want more Dutch people on as well. Just because it makes it a lot easier with the time difference. That first and foremost, no 7, 8, 9 hour time difference. Either it'd be the middle of the night for me or just very early in the morning for the other people. And if they're Flemish or Dutch, I can do a podcast in Dutch again. I mean, yeah, at this point, I'm speaking English more than I do Dutch. Also a lot because of Firefay, of course, and I don't mind. I really don't mind. My English has improved over time. It kind of had to. If you're engaged to an American, your English will improve. But just to speak my mother tongue, speak my own language, that'd be great. That's why I love doing the podcast with Tina Kemp. First of all, she's very knowledgeable. She knows a lot about the runes. She can tell a lot about the runes. And it wasn't Dutch, so that saved so much trouble. Saved so much thinking. Because since English is my second language, and I have made some mistakes, thinking it means the one thing, but actually means the other. Sorry guys, English is my second language. If I make mistakes, oh, that would not surprise me at all. I haven't seen those polls or that information, but that's why I wanted to do a Lord of the Rings series, but that never really got off the ground, unfortunately. I guess I can try and do it again, but I have a lot going on already, with doing daily live streams and podcasts and Meat Hall, and so I'm very busy as well. Not as busy as Sticks, Hacks, and Hammer, of course. Still would love to have him on. He lives in the Netherlands, actually, but I believe he lives in the eastern part, like near the German border. Yeah, please do share it. Please do share it. I would love to see that. But yeah, just I'm interested in a whole lot of things, whole lot of topics. I have a whole lot of people in mind who I still want to contact. A whole lot of people that I would love to have on, but just have no contact information for, and really can't find any contact information for. Because there is this other guy on. He is on YouTube. He just posted a video today, actually. Arith Herger, I'm gonna say. He does so many great videos. He actually just posted one today about the wisdom of Odin. But he does about animism, Basque mythology, and folklore. Something you really don't hear a lot about. He did one on Forsetti, the Frisian law speaker. Of course, watch that one. Like, come on, Frisian. Duh. Yeah, he does a lot of good stuff. He has a lot of interesting long form videos. And I wish I had some contact details, because I really want to get him on I love his content. I love what he does. But sometimes it's so hard to find decent context information. You can try and reach people over Twitter. I have reached a lot of people over Twitter, but it's difficult. Guys like Uber Boyo. I really want to do a podcast with him. I really want to do a interview with him, because I can still learn a lot from him. And I have contacted him over Twitter, but he either doesn't read it or doesn't respond. He has a lot going on as well, of course. Someone for Basque history that would be very interesting. Like I've done so much about Northern Europe and Germania, Greater Germania. I want to go a bit more south. I want to try and go a bit more south, and maybe a bit more hidden history. So Tartaria and yes, these are simulcasted to Twitter. Yeah, it's on YouTube and Twitter. And of course, as soon as the broadcast is ended, I'm downloading the MP4 and putting it up on Odyssey and Rumble as well, and just sharing it around. But yeah, I want to do more hidden history. I want to do more occult mysticism. Go a bit further south into Europe. The Frankish, the Gauls, the Romans, the Basques. If I want to talk about Europe, if I want to focus on Europe, I want to take the whole of Europe. So tips are always welcome. Researchers, content creators, writers, whoever, always welcome. Whether you are a content creator, whether you are a researcher, whether you are a writer, or a good one. I'm doing live shows now pretty much every day. Of course, I won't be doing one on Friday because I'm on with Blackbird. So I'm doing live streams. I'm doing live shows if I don't have a podcast, because then that would be the live stream. That will be the live show. So send all tips. Send them in the live chat. Send them to me on Twitter. Send them in a email on send them to me on Minds. Just in the YouTube comments, if you're listening to this later on, I always try to do something with your comments. I always like, if you give me a name, if you give me a writer, if you give me a researcher, whatever, I always try to look up their content, maybe buy a book of theirs and read it, or at least read the summary, so that I have a idea of what they do, of what they write about, and can go from there. Last year was a great year for the Greyhorn Pagans podcasts. We ended off like really strong. It all kind of kicked off with the Ragnarok podcast, or Ragnarok shows. Like, they were multiple hour shows. They were so long sometimes. But yeah, we had a lot of different people on, and a lot of different people who shared it. And that now that the podcast and my personal channel, of course, is in a upward trajectory, I want to keep that going. It's why I started doing daily live streams as well. I want to keep the content coming. I want to keep talking to you guys. I want to get tips. I want to get tricks. I want to get it all. Because it's just, I mean, hell, I wouldn't have had half of the books or people to look up and research and read if I didn't do these live streams. Like, you've given me so many people and so many tips already. If I do it right, at least I have content till, well, I'm gonna say the summer. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna do multiple podcasts a week anymore. Maybe spread them out a bit more, because it does get tiring. It does get tiring, having to talk about one topic and then having to talk about another topic with another guest, and it's a whole lot of preparation. I'm gonna do a dedicated stream for that as well. I think I'll do that next week. I mean, I don't really have time anymore this week, because even for that stream, I have to prepare things. I have to prepare and think about what I want to show, how I want to show it, how I'm going to do it. It's a lot. So if I'm going to do, if I have a lot of podcasts lined up, like for my own, I don't think I'm going to do multiple a week. Again, like if I have multiple guests, I'll get them on in different weeks, because that gives the audience, gives my audience, our audience, the tribal audience, some time to listen to it as well, to view the videos, instead of on Tuesday I'm having the one on, and then the next Thursday I'm having the other one on. Then the one I did on Tuesday really doesn't get a chance to grow and pick up and kick off, because it already gets pushed away by the one I did on Thursday. So one a week at most, followed by daily live streams. I said I wanted to make the meat hall a weekly thing. That may be a bit much, because even for that, I have to get people on, have to send invites and all of that. So maybe bi-weekly, maybe at the end of the month and one at the beginning of the month, or just, I don't know. That's something I'm still hammering out as well. And then in the meantime, I still have a relationship. Of course, want to have date nights and want to talk to her and just have fun. I am a Heathen Heartthrob. So yeah, it's gonna be busy for a while, and then hopefully somewhere in February, although that may end up being March or April, I am going back to school, of course, doing the security stuff. So I have a lot going on, but until that time, regular content, daily live streams. If anything changes, I will, of course, let you know, either on the live stream, or I'll make a short, or you can, or just, a comment or post real quick on Minds or Twitter. So yeah, I am going to leave it at this. I have a kitty here who really wants to cuddle. I still have to eat like actual breakfast, not just a tub of yogurt. And I am meeting Ludwig at the gym again at 7, so that's in an hour and a half. I'm gonna try out a new schedule because he has been looking up some things himself as well when it comes to training, when it comes to healing, when it comes to rest, when it comes to growth. And maybe we have been doing too much, too much accessory work. So I'm gonna try out something new, which is more of a powerlifting program, if you will, because he just wants to focus on getting big, getting strong, but putting on size first. And powerlifting is very good for just getting big and strong. And later on, we can still go for more muscle definition, of course, if we want to. But for now, we're gonna do the IVSAR program. It's called 4448. Just look it up. It's a good program. I've done it before. But I am going to wrap it up here. I am going to call my girl, cuddle with my kitty co-host, because I mean at this point he is my kitty co-host, and Tim Dicke. So thank you all for all the tips I've gotten so far, for the books, the researchers, the potential guests. Thank you all for being in the live chat. Thank you all for coming on once more. Yeah, StijnFawkes signing off. Hail the old gods. Europa Invicta. And I will see you all, talk to you all, tomorrow. Got a lot going on this week. Live stream tomorrow, Blackbird on Friday, Meat Hall on Saturday, nothing on Sunday, and then repeat on Monday. So thank you all. Until next time, Europa Invicta. See you guys. Thank you.